Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Monday evening. Just got home from work and we're headed out for an adventure. I found a deal on the local classified ads that I can't actually believe is honest and true, but guy's still talking to me, giving me an address, so we're going to pick it up. Got the trailer on behind the 1-ton here. We'll let that be a surprise when we get there, but we're headed that way. We're headed to Mapelton, Utah, which is about 50 miles south of where we're at here in Salt Lake. And when we get there, or maybe we'll shoot a little something on the way down, stay tuned and come along for the journey. Going up through it, so it was up at my uncle's house. It's kind of cool just to see where it was and then take it home. So here's the animal, guys. This is what we're taking home, mainly because of this guy right in here being a 60 front end that I've been looking for the buggy. We got a 454 turbo 400. I believe the 205 is still in place, 14 bolt cab and flatbed. So these guys are gonna drag it out to the street for me where I can winch it onto my trailer and start tying things down and get her home. But yeah, for the deal, I can't pass this up. I'll share that later. Real slow, tell him real slow. Probably got no brakes either. Is she steering for you? Yeah, good. Easy. Try to get her on the curb over here. Okay, so I guess we've decided just to put her right here in the middle of the road, and I'm just gonna swing around in front of it. Pretty small town here. All the neighbors are cool, so I think this is probably going to be it, and then I got to get around the front. So here we go. Full. And here we go, head home. Oh, well, here we go. Oh, the hood. Somebody mentioned this hood isn't bolted down, right? Yeah, no. Okay, not a problem. That was an ugly. That's alright. One time I was towing the trailer full. Good there. See if I can make sure the hood doesn't fall up. Just on the edge of the sheet metal there. Yeah. Alright, so we're off the side of Highway 89 here in Pleasant Grove, Utah. And one of our favorite spots to stop and eat for dinner is this Purple Turtle right here. So we figured we was in the area, the wife and I are gonna indulge. So if you're ever in Pleasant Grove, Utah, you want a really good whatever, these guys pretty much have, it's one of those mom and pop shops where everything is really good. So check it out sometime. But here's the treasure. On the trailer, we keep stopping and checking straps, and so far so good. So we'll go eat us something and continue to hit the road. Good morning. At least I hope it's a good morning for you. It's the morning after picking up that 1-ton pickup truck, and I gotta tell you that I took a strap to the eye while I was loading that thing. Just was wrapping up one of the ends of it, and it flipped up and hit me right in the eye. And it didn't feel great, but it wasn't excruciating pain when it happened, so I didn't think much of it, continued to load the truck, and we went on our way and made the 50-mile drive home with the discomfort in my eye, but I figured, it just took an impact, like getting a finger in the eye kind of thing. So I didn't think much of it. Went to bed and figured I'd be fine in the morning, but man, in the morning my eye here I'm barely open it, and I can see out of it, but it's really, really painful. I was actually up at 1 a.m., took a shower, tried to flush the thing out, thinking maybe I had something in it. So that didn't work. So now I've got the wife made me an appointment at the eye doctor here. Couldn't get in till 10 a.m., so I had to call off work. Awesome, right? Never fails when you think you're gonna get ahead in life. It's always something to give you a setback. Anyway, so I'll give you guys an update on what the doc says when I get back from the doc. Hoping for the best. Okay, just returned back from the doc. Good news is I don't have any debris in my eye, and there wasn't anything to remove. Bad news is I have an 8mm long, 2mm wide radial scratch from that strap hitting my cornea. He says there's not a whole lot they can do about it. He's worried about infection, so he prescribed me an antibiotic that's a drop that I'll have to go pick up here sometime this evening. But literally told me in his own words that my life is going to suck for the next couple of days because there's nothing he can give me for the discomfort. Awesome. So excited. Yeah, so there we go. At least, at least I didn't have to have something drilled out of my eye and all the worst case scenarios that I had thoughts of in my head, but living with this and the discomfort of this for the next couple of days. He says he wants to see me back Friday, so I have another appointment to see him Friday, and he figures it's going to be healed up enough that it won't be discomforting then. So, but it's only Tuesday, so wow, that's you know, a whole week of misery and hoping I can get some sleep and whatnot. So anyway, that's that. I'm gonna go back to bed because, like I said, I didn't sleep much last night. I'm gonna lay back down. I've called off work for the day. He told me to the doc told me to come home and just take it easy, try to get some rest and rest this eye, because he says it's swollen and the whole deal. So anyway, so it looks like I'm gonna have the wife chafe some meds, get the antibiotics going on this thing, and just deal with this. So it might be a couple of days before I unload that pickup truck and deal with what I've got there. But I want to slip out and at least show you guys some more things about what's there and tell you about what I got it for. So maybe after I get some rest and I'm bored later, we'll at least walk outside and do that. So stay tuned. Okay, it's about 4 o'clock the next day. She's still on the trailer. All I did was drive it in here, poke it in between my trailer and my smokers here, and I mean, it's pretty close on both sides. But I wasn't feeling like doing anything, and I'm still really not feeling like doing anything, but I want to discover a few things about this thing. So this whole bed was covered with stuff, with parts, and they pretty much loaded all of those in the back of my pickup truck while I was trying to strap this thing down. So if I can get through here, yeah, man, that's tight. I did that in the dark, pulling this thing in. So this is one thing I really wanted to come out and make sure was still here. So the 205 is still here. That's awesome. I didn't check that out yesterday. I figured for what I was getting here, I was happy with it either way. And this thing's supposed to have a turbo 400. Yeah, it is a turbo 400. Has the Texas bell housing in it. Cool. And they said either the rear end or the transmission is blown in it. But the reason why I bought it is right here. This Dana 60 front end. I need this for my buggy. And I've been looking for one of these bad boys for months and haven't really had the budget to buy one. But I come across this guy at a smashing deal. Thank you, Nick, if you're watching. I noticed you subscribed to the channel. I appreciate the deal on this because I've been watching for these, and just this axle alone I've seen from $2,500 to $3,000, and I bought a whole truck here, people, for $1,600. I couldn't believe it. Now it's cost me a trip to the eye doctor and some prescriptions and yada yada, so we'll see what that makes the cost of this truck go up, but still, I'm sure it's going to be cheaper than $3,000 or $3,500 that I've seen just these Dana 60 axles go for. Maybe, and this guy sat on the classifieds ad for quite a while. I mean, it's been on since winter. So maybe people aren't looking for projects right now, or didn't want to buy a whole truck just to tear it apart for a front end. But these front ends are not easy to find. So I love this truck. It's cool. I hate to tear it apart just for the front end, so I've been stewing about what to do with the rest of the truck. Sorry, banging on the strap. But yeah, it's the Dana 60. Got the heavy worn hubs on it. Kingpin Dana 60 front end. Stoked. We got a 454 engine that is supposedly good. It wasn't important to me that it was good, but if it is good, it's, you know, something that I can turn. But she's an 86 and so is my Blazer, so I've got fenders, and these inner fenders are in way better shape than my K5s. They're in great shape. So I've got inner fenders and outer fenders, and I've got a cherry hood here. He said the grill's in there back behind the seat. I got a front bumper because I'm gonna put a winch mount on my K5 and have to cut a hole in my bumper, so it'll be cool to have another front bumper. But inside this thing there's a whole tub of stuff. I mean, even these visors, looking at it from down here, these visors are staying in place, and the ones in my Blazer aren't. They're drooping down. So she's in great shape. These doors are, and they're manual locks and manual windows, and that's what I was looking for to replace and put on my Blazer, so I'm going to use the doors on it. But this truck is full of parts. He just kept bringing parts and bringing parts. I mean, the radiator and wheels, and there's leaf springs and a hitch and the bumper and a saddle tank and another steering column. I mean, there's parts after parts. There's a hitch. You know, like I said, I was strapping the thing down while they were loading this thing, so, but this truck is full of parts. And then there's bins of parts in the cab of this thing in and of itself. So I did really, really well for the money I spent on this thing. Frame's in decent shape. I mean, it's rusty, but it's not rusted through anywhere. This thing itself would make a cool crawler with this flatbed that's on it. So anyway, I gotta do a little more poking around, but until my eye feels a little bit better, I won't be doing much of nothing. But I wanted to get out here and make sure she was still intact as far as that 205, because that's huge too. I have a 203. I have an NP 203, so with that 205 I can build me a doubler for the Blazer. So there's a lot of parts there that are gonna go to future projects. Super cool. Super stoked about that guy. So, and I have a 10 bolt over here out of an 89 Blazer that I parted out to get my fuel injection. She's right here. I could put 8 lug outers on that thing and slide it back underneath the front of that guy and make that truck a roller again. So it's gonna be interesting to add this to the project list. Got all kinds of things in my head going on idea wise, so stay tuned and follow what we do with this guy. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.